Today's notch tip is to really appreciate the process and the journey that brings the success in your career. Oftentimes, you will focus on that final destination or the promotion or the prize you may get or award. But the reality is the process of getting there is equally as important, if not more important, because that's the process you will use to replicate future success. So don't just focus on that final destination, whether it's positive or negative. That process is very key in understanding how you got there and what you learned from it. Take care. Today's notch tip is strictly about references. When you ask for a reference letter, do specify you want it to be a strong letter if you're really keen on that position, and also tell whoever's writing that letter for you your key strengths that align with that organization. So don't simply ask for a reference and leave it at that. Ask for a strong one, and do mention your top 3 traits that'll really help you get that position or that'll shine across when you're compared to other applicants. So be specific and take care. Olympic month, so it's more of a sports-based analogy looking at your career. Do know your strengths and weaknesses like every athlete does. So in an interview scenario, if they ask you about your strengths and weaknesses, do know your strengths, but for sure, know your weaknesses, and importantly, know how you're working to address or mitigate those weaknesses. It's important to know that you're working and trying to improve and trying to really address those weaknesses that are perceived to impair your progress, and also to have a very positive mindset about conquering challenges. Take care. This is a late summer notch tip, talking about when you should pick a mentor. And many people have asked, when should I seek a mentor in my new job, in my new role? And I would say as soon as possible. Don't wait till you have a crisis or a problem or a conflict to then choose a mentor, because a mentor is not truly a crisis manager. So as soon as you get your role and you're trying to grow and develop, try and look for that person that inspires you, communicates well with you, and has time for you, and establish that relationship. So pick your mentors early and recognize that you can have several mentors. Take care. Today's notch tip is recognizing that your personal goals are more important than comparing yourself to other individuals when you first start. It's always common and a thought process to see how others around you are doing and then judging yourself based on that. But you really have to run your own race. And that means setting your own goals and seeing if you attain them, being accountable for them, and then pushing yourself to do even better. So focus on your own goals prior to looking at others to validate how well you're doing. Take care. I want to talk about camaraderie today. Certainly when you get your first occupation and your first job, you think about the finances, but camaraderie, having fun on the job, having great colleagues, having mentorship is also important. So think about those other things when you're taking your first position, as they also count in your decision-making algorithm. Think about the non-financial gains that could be in that job and why you'd enjoy going to work every single day. Take care. When you first start out, it's always a push to try and impress your superiors and make sure you truly are on top of your game. But do make time for hobbies outside of your actual job. It's important to decompress, to have other things you do besides your occupation. And also, you never know who you meet when you're networking outside events beyond what you do day to day. So don't neglect the opportunity to get hobbies and to do things outside of your field as well. Take care. Today's notch tip is to just recognize just how important networking is. And speaking of networking, we have our first event coming up on October 10th with some tremendous speakers from different parts of the world, speaking about their career journey and how they really networked to succeed. So please come and join us on that date. And I think you'll learn a lot of things about how to be efficient and focused with networking and how to have fun while doing it as well. So don't forget to network. It's very important and it does drive success. Take care. This notch tip is about navigating your work environment when you first start. And I would encourage anybody to do a little bit of additional research, meaning when you have coworkers who work adjacent to you or a superior or a boss, just understand their background in the way of their education, how many years on the job, and what their aspirations are. And doing that research and understanding your environment only helps you avoid some of the pitfalls that exist at work, and also enables you to really generate important conversations when you go out to social events in your organization. So that bit of research, that extra knowledge about somebody can be very helpful when you start building these relationships and networking when you start your career. Take care. In any job you start, there are always going to be challenges and problems. But when you have discussions with people in your organization, if you're the person that actually has solutions or ideas or suggestions, that is very, very valuable. So I would say in any conversation you're having, when you identify problems, also think about potential solutions that you can bring or ideas of yours that can help the organization move forward. That solutions-oriented thinking is highly valued, is respected, and may actually solve some problems. Take care.